So I remember when we started this company, we were researching and we asked them, and they're like, yeah, you would have to apply for a whole new, we would have to start creating a category for it, from the Ministry of Transportation, because it doesn't exist. So then they told us, they said, we're going to include an electric bicycle and a scooter. That would be, you combine the two, and that would be electric motorcycles. Like, what? So I'm like, okay, well, let's just take this one thing at a time. And then we're like, okay, so we have to apply for it. Yeah. So then, but what it means is that we have to start production, and most of the application and the approval process go through the paperwork of the factories that produces it, and the quality assurance of the product and how it's made and stuff like that, and then test riding it and stuff through testing. But yeah, so that's something that we have to do, and something that's kind of doesn't exist. So, but I think this company called Dat Bike launched a couple years ago or a while back, and they are they started doing electric motorcycle, kind of like a dirt bike look. But now they have abandoned that design and that concept. Now they're just building scooters. I think they started that process. So
someone had asked about me when I mentioned that we were going to have you as a guest, what the difference between your product and their product was. And, so,
I mean, yeah, I think is we as, because the founders, we are mainly designers. We're all designers. So I think that the aesthetic look and feel of it is something that is very unique. Is very, I think it's quite important when you are, because it's like buying a car, I guess if you can relate, right? You buy a car and you drive it around, but and you show up your car and you show off, your status. And, I get that feeling when I'm riding around the prototype around town. I'm riding it around illegally, but I ride it around and people are like, you always get that. Everybody come by this, everybody see you drive it. And they're like always having that weird look, and they always have the intrigue, because they don't see that product they've never seen it before.
Yeah.
So I think that is what makes us the design aspect of it. In terms of the technology, there's a lot of motorcycles out there that has the same or better technology, meaning motors and suspensions and battery and so forth, right? But I think how you put it together and how you organize it and how you design it and how you make people feel when they're on it is what make our product different.
How many iterations of the product that you have to go through before you set it on the current product?
I'm sorry. What was that?
I'm just wondering how many iterations, because you're very focused on design and comfort, and there's a lot of moving pieces there, right? So I would assume
in terms of we created a concept prototype first. That was a couple years ago, and that went through, I don't know, I remember he was telling me it went through several iterations, but this prototype production that we created, I think it went through a lot. I don't remember. You would have to ask him that, or I would have to ask him that. But I mean, every component of the bike went through different iterations. You know what I mean?